If you're learning in an automatic car and you think it's easier to learn in an automatic, these are the exact mistakes that are causing people failing their driving test. In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 things that are causing people failing their driving test. Let's start the lesson. So number 1 out of the 5 is decision making. Making decision is one of the most important as a driver. As a driver, you will be dealing with junctions, you will be dealing with roundabouts, you will be dealing with crossroads, you will be dealing with roads with lots of parked cars. And on those situations, especially on junctions, it's the decision you're making makes the difference. This is what the examiner is looking for, the judgment. What kind of judgment did you make at junctions? So for example, you are coming up to a roundabout. When did you start looking? Did you look early? If there's a car coming, what was your decision? Was the gap big enough for you to go? Or did you stop even though you had the gap to go? Or did you go front of someone when you didn't have the gap to go? So it's your decision you make what the examiner is looking for, because the decision you make makes the difference. You want to make sure that the right gap is taken. You want to make sure that you don't go front of someone, same time the gap was there for you to go but you didn't go. You just stopped even though the gap was there. So the decision you make, your judgment makes the difference. And this is what the examiner is looking for. They're looking for your judgment on the road. How did you make the judgment? Number 2, observations, timing. How was your observation? How was the timing when you were doing the observation? So for example, you pull up somewhere safe on the left, and before you move off, you check the blind spot. Now you check the blind spot because you need to check the blind spot, but there was a car coming. Did you see that car coming? Or did you just go front of them and they had to slow down for you or stop for you? Remember, some learners, they know that they need to check the blind spot, so they check the blind spot, but they're not really looking if there's a problem there or not. They're just looking and that's it. But there's a car coming, they're missing. So make sure just looking is not good enough. You are looking for a reason. Make sure you look for problems. What about the mirrors? Did you check the mirrors on time? For example, you want to go left. What's the first thing you do? You look at the mirror and then you put the signal on. But you put the signal and then you check the mirror. Is that correct? That's not correct, is it? The timing is wrong. Before you go left or right, MSPSL routine, you check the mirror first and then you decide to put the signal on. You don't just put the signal and then check the mirror. So observation and timing. Make sure when you are looking for a reason, you are looking for a problem. Don't just look and you are missing the problems. Okay, that comes under observations. Number 3, thinking while driving. This is one of the most important as an independent driver. As a safe driver, you need to make sure that you are driving as you are thinking. Don't just drive and you're not thinking what's happening on the road. Because if you don't think, you will just drive, problem will happen and you're going to miss it. Why? Because you're not thinking when you're driving. For example, you're driving on the road where lots of parked cars. What should you be thinking? What could happen in that road? A road with lots of parked cars, what could happen? A door could open. Somebody could just run in front of you. Somebody could just move off. There could be somebody crossing the road. End of the road coming up. It could be a closed junction, open junction. Traffic light coming up is green. What could happen? Are you thinking? Or are you just driving and all of a sudden you have to stop the car in an emergency because you didn't think of the traffic light could change? Because when you're approaching a traffic light and it's green, what should you be thinking? You should be thinking it could change. Because if it does change, you have to be ready, be prepared to stop. If you don't think, you're just going to drive and all of a sudden it's going to change and you do an emergency stop and the car behind, what's going to happen? As you're driving, read and drive, think and drive. That way you will know what's happening on the road. Otherwise, you will just drive and somebody will just move off front of you and you think, well, how did that happen? When did that happen? Where did they come from? It's because you're not thinking. Remember, the problems are not coming from the sky. It's happening around you, front of you. The reason you don't recognize is because you're not reading the road as you're driving. You as a driver, it is your responsibility to read when you're driving. The more you read, more you will know, more you will be ready for unexpected. Nothing going to be unexpected for you if you read and drive. So think while driving, read as you are driving. That way you will recognize the problems happening on the road. Number 4, hesitation versus progress. What is hesitation? And what is progress? Hesitation is when you could have gone, but you were hesitant. You couldn't make the right decision for you to go because you're hesitant. The gap was there for you to go, but you didn't go. The gap was there for you to go on the roundabout, but you didn't go because you're hesitant. But same time, you are rushing. You're approaching a roundabout, car was coming, the gap wasn't big enough for you to go, but you just go in front of them. And because of you, they had to slow down for you or stop for you. So being too safe could fail you the test. And if you rush, that could also fail you the test. It is important for you to be safe, but not too safe, because too safe could put you down for hesitation. And if you rush, you might go front of someone. You have to balance it. You have to balance between not going front of someone and also taking the right gap. Because there is a thin line between hesitant and progress. You want to make sure you don't miss the gap. Also, you want to make sure you're not rushing and going front of someone. Hesitation is one of the problems many learners face when they're driving. Because sometimes some learners, they are thinking too much and they're trying to be safe and they're being too safe, which means they're not taking the right gap. Also, on the other hand, some, because of the hesitation, because they think that they're going to fail if they don't go, they go in front of someone. And that's also a fail. Okay? So you have to balance between hesitation and making good progress. Look early, look for the gap, and make sure the gap is good enough for you to go. Number 5 is test mindset. For you to pass your driving test, you have to have that right mindset for you to pass. You can't just go and pass the test unless you have that right mindset, unless you believe that you can. You will need that mindset for you to pass. Remember, all those learners who goes to the test and fails the test, do you think they can't drive? Of course they know how to drive the car. Of course they know how to drive. The reason they're failing is because of their mindset. They don't have that passing mindset. They don't believe they could do it. You need to believe that you can do it. So passing the test is not all about, I know how to drive the car. I know everything about driving. You need to know all of that, as well as you need to have that right mindset. You need to believe that you can do it. Only then you could show the examiner that you are capable to drive the car by yourself without any help from anyone. So passing the test is not just about knowing how to drive, it's all about having that right mindset, believing that you can do it. Stop repeating the mistakes you are making. So if there's a mistake you are making, if there's a mistake that you're repeating, make sure you work on that. Number 1. Number 2, if there is an area in driving where you are weak on, make sure you work on that before you go to your test. Many, they just put it under their pillow. They don't want to work on that. Maybe they're not good on parallel parking, bay parking. Maybe roundabout is their weakness. If that is the case, make sure you go and work on those things. Don't just leave it under the pillow. Don't think that the problem is just going to be solved without you working on it. So if there is an area, if there's something that you're weak on before you go to your test, make sure you work on that before you go. Once you work on it, you'll be confident in that area. So when you go to the test, you're not going to have any problem on your thinking, have any problem on your driving. Because remember, if there is an area, if there's something that you're weak on, even though if you don't get that in the test, because you are weak on that, what's going to happen is that you're going to think of that in case you get it. And because you're thinking and you're worried, you're going to cause problem on other areas, on other things. So for example, maybe you are weak on parallel parking and you're driving, okay? You know in the test, you're going to get one parking. You're going to get one maneuver, right? Now, because you are weak on parallel parking, you are thinking about the parallel parking. You are thinking, what if I get that? Am I going to get it right? I am weak on that. I can't do it properly. You are thinking, you are worried. And that worrying, that thinking is destroying your driving. You're not focusing on your driving. Your driving is affected because you are thinking of the parallel parking, even though you might not even get the parallel parking. Remember, you get one parking in the test, right? So you might get bay parking, you might get stopping on the right, reverse move off, you might not even get the parallel parking. But because you're weak on that, you are thinking, and because you are overthinking, it's affecting your driving. So if there is an area, if there's something that you're weak on, make sure you work on that before you go to your test. Hi, if you are learning to drive or you are training to become a driving instructor, we have an online course for you. So if you're a learner we have an online course for you for manual and automatic. And if you're training to become a driving instructor, we have an online course for you for your ADI Part 2 and ADI Part 3. Please check the description for the links of the courses. Have a look and have a read. If you like it, you could always join the course. These are the 6 things I'm sharing in this video. I hope the video helps. If it does, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.